Welcome to the Solid video, looking at a little question that I've had off one of our users. Always say we can answer these for you. So here we've got a part where we want to know the surface area of this surface. It doesn't matter what they are. We've got a cutout on the surface. I'll know the surface with the cutout and without the cutout. I want to show this on a draft. I've got a draft waiting to go and put this onto. So what we're going to do, we're going to go and with the Tools tab, and we're going to use our Simplify as a model state. So we're going to use this as the second model state option on here. If we wanted to do more than that, we'd have to go and think about using family of parts if we want to go and create even more different model states. So for this model state, we're going to go and just remove that face. If you don't know what these options are, obviously we've got remove faces, remove regions. It allows us to select an edge that we want to go to, remove holes and rounds. But for this instance, we're just going to use delete faces, select that face, right tick to go and finish, right click even to go and finish that. So that is our second model state on there now. So in this model state, I'm going to go and measure, and I'm going to go and create what I'd like to call a live variable. So if we go to our inspect tab and go to our measure command, we can go choose from our drop down, make sure on the faces option, and select the top face. That's going to give us our measurement variable, our surface area. I'm going to go and add that as a measurement variable, and that's then going to appear in my variables table. I'm then going to go and change back to my ordered modeling and go back to my measure command, and I want to follow the same process. So I'm going to go measure that. So we've got 1356.34, and then we're going to go in and add that on there for us on there now. Okay, next we're going to go to our variable table. So if we just right mouse button on the background and go to variables, here we can see we've got these two variables that we've just created, and we want to go and use these elsewhere. So we've got our two variables. We need to expose both these variables to make sure that they're available in the high level, so assembly, drafts, etc. And then for this one, I'm just going to go in and edit that one, and I call this full surface. And then this one on here, we can go and call this, I'm just going to call this surface with cutout. So this doesn't need no gaps or underscores. So if we changed our variable name, we would need to have no gaps or underscores. Great thing about this is we can just write it in as we would do on there. So the part's ready. So we can save that and go into our draft file. Okay, now we're in our draft file. We can use our library, open documents, go and find the part that we're going to go and drag in. So I'm going to go and drag this in, choose a little blue view icon to go and change out my ISO view in this instance. I'm then going to go and copy that over to go and create another version of that. So use the control key, don't forget to press the control key, otherwise it doesn't work. And then we're going to go into our properties and go to our model options and use simplify parts for this instance. And then once we update that view, we're going to have our two different parts. So now I'm going to go to our call out option on here, and I'm just going to get rid of that. So if we go to our reference text, we can go to our reference text and we can find our named reference. So that's what we need to find here, and we can see our options. So all of our exposed custom ones are all going to be grouped at the top, so very easy for us to go and find. So I've now got my surface area, select OK, and then we can go and put whatever we need on there. So I'm just going to put SA on there, or South Africa, that's surface area, and then we can go and link that to there. So, and then let's do that for the second one. So I'm going to go back into that dialog box, go back to our reference, go to our named reference, and then we've got our surface area that I cut out, select OK, OK. I'm not going to bother writing anything on here. And then we've got that done on there nicely. So these are also associative. So if we do go back to our part on here, and we go and make a change on here. So let's have a look at this base protrusion. Let's do a dynamic edit, and we'll go. So let's try 120 on there. So that's now larger. Save and go back to there. So we can see our surface area values have changed already before our files have even updated. And then once we update those, we're going to get our dimension tracker and we can see we've got our dimensions, and we can go and do whatever we do on there. So we can go and say, yeah, we've revised those, we're now on revision B. So we've got our revisions ready to go on there. Okay, hopefully that's helped you there. Any comments, please comment. If you have any questions, please comment on the video and I will try and answer your question. Thank you.